So we've grown this for a loss.
Good afternoon. We are using a mowing conditioner. So that there, it's one of Dad's purchases. He purchased it at the start of the season. Had all the intentions of using it during this season. However, it wasn't looking that great for of the season. So he bought it nonetheless and had a few little things that needed doing to it, a few parts that needed to be ordered in. It took a really long time to come in, and fast forward 3-4 months and we're at the end of the season and he's finally put it back together and he's able to use it now, which is what he desperately wanted to do, to be able to use it, which is why you buy an implement, really. So we've just had to do some adjustments. The springs are forcing down a bit hard on the cutter bar, so it is then dragging in the, like, we've had 75 mils of rain 2 days ago, so things are still a bit damp underfoot. It's a bit soft there where he's cutting, and he's just stopped again, so we're probably gonna have to look at it again. Just wind the springs off, wind that pressure up. Yeah, he stopped altogether there for a second. So yeah, this is a barley crop. It's run to ear, which isn't what I really wanted, but wanted a little bit less than that. But weather conditions haven't suited, and when the time has allowed. We must have planted this 2 months ago. What today was about was just highlighting Dad's new bit of kit, and yeah, what he does. So the mower conditioner itself, essentially it's a mower, and that mower will essentially cut the barley as what we're seeing over here, and then it's got 2 rollers which essentially have a crimping sort of action on the barley, and that crimping is to allow it to dry more evenly and quicker all the time. So, and that there is what we call a windrow. Anyway, it looks pretty good. Looks as though it's sort of crimped it a bit in places. This probably isn't the thickest of stuff. Dad was saying earlier that the thicker stuff seems to be working better through the roller because there's more product going through the roller, and then it's trying to force itself through between the 2 rollers. And where it's thinner, it's not doing as good a job. But I said to him just then, I don't think that'll matter because that thinner stuff will dry quicker anyway, and that heavier, thicker area of the barley will dry sort of more at the same time, or uniformly. I don't know if that's a word. Anyway, here he comes. So it's a pottinger, it's a centre mount, so it should turn either side. So if he wanted to do the left hand side, he could. At the moment he's choosing to do the right, and he can steer it essentially on the hydraulics there, and it will push it either way. It's pretty clever. We are back. It's been 2 days since we cut it, and now no doubt we're coming back with the rake. We're going to bale it. We are close to that fence. and we're in. 2 days post mowing with that mower conditioner. Dad finally got to use, which was good. So we're down now. Fold the rake up and eventually Dad will rock up with the baler. So we better get a rig on. Set the video on. Go around, do a lap and see what it actually looks like moisture wise. Should have maybe checked whilst I was out last night. Alright, we'll get around to it. So going along here and making these tiny little windrows really got me wondering whether this is worthwhile or not. Would I have been better off? Well, there's not much surplus feed around, like in the form of hay or silage. So yes, it probably is worth it, but how much has this paddock actually cost me? Because I think it's going to be a little bit scary. Turns out, it is. It is. I can... Oh, he's changed what he was doing there. That's great. So, I've worked out, this is a 10 acre paddock, or 4 hectares, however you want to talk. This was essentially a failed paddock because we didn't put in the crop that we wanted to put in. So we rushed in a barley crop. We didn't have high expectations, but maybe should have done some numbers before I put it in. It's pretty interesting. So these are, I'll list them all out, I'll say the numbers and then I'll give you the grand total and then you can fill you in the horror. So working in the paddock, $400. These are all just approximates, they're just back of the envelope type of things. $400 for working at the whole paddock. Drilling, $600. Fertilizer, $700. Barley seed was $700. The herbicide, $200. Mowing, raking, $300. Baling, let's say we get 30 bales, put aside $450 for that, and wrapping for 30 bales will be about $450. So if we do a few more bales, then those numbers might increase as well. And one more was the lease of the paddock, which is $480. So in total, this paddock has cost to get to a wrapped product $4,280. Well, let's say $4,300 for simple terms. Way. So $4,300 to get 30 bales of barley silage. And barley silage, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the best quality stuff. I reckon it's gonna be. Probably could get a feed test of it, but I think that would make me sadder. So if we got 4,300 for 30 bales. That means each bale costs us $143. Now I know for a fact that no one around here is going to pay $143 for a silage bale of barley. It's just the math doesn't work out. So we're stuck with that. I mean, I would probably say I would be willing to spend like $80 or $90 a bale. So now you can probably start to see the shortfall if you can do some quick maths. Let's say on the upper echelon, you get 90 bucks a bale. 90 bucks, 30 bales, it's $2,700. 4,300 minus 2,700 is a loss of $1,600. So we've grown this for a loss. We haven't done it for nothing. We've done it for less than nothing. So there's not always money in whatever you're doing if you sit down and do the math on it with farming. A bit like what Jeremy Clarkson does on Clarkson's farm. The harsh truth comes to light. There's not a real lot of money in it. Not with everything. There might be with 1 or 2 crops, but man, that's tight. And you just can't keep getting losses like that. And this is, yes, I know it is a farm crop, but still, it sucks. It really sucks. Anyway, I'm just a small-time hobby farmer, so it won't affect us to the end of the world, but still, we do have bills to pay. I did just have a thought. What if I do the math to say we took it through to grain? So instead of cutting it and then making silage, what if we took it through to grain, as in harvesting the grain for barley seeds? The barley in Tasmania has got some limited uses. Yes, some breweries use it for malting. Has to be a specific variety and a specific protein. And that's such a small minority of what barley is produced for in Tassie. Most of it is just for stock feed, and so it's usually not much of a premium. We're talking $400 maybe a ton. So $400 a ton. Let's work this out quick. Let's say we do, like, this is not a good paddock. So let's say it was 4 tonnes to the hectare. A lot of people around here could probably get 10, but this was not a good paddock. It was sown 5 months too late. So 4 tonne realistic. $400, 1600. Wait, I've lost myself. You got 4 hectares, 4 tonne, it's 16 tonne. 16 tonne times 400, and we're looking at 6,400. So yeah, it does actually sound better. But the trouble is, harvesting will cost us a lot more. Cartage, so there's still going to be costs involved. We've then got a delay when we can use the paddock again too. One channel, Pete.
Yep.
Now we're looking for our target of 30 bales.
The next one's 20, so it'll be fairly close, I reckon.
Yeah, righto. I was a bit doom and gloom before. I felt like when I was raking I was only going to get about 15 bales.
Yeah, the road's over near the house, you would.
I'll take this rake back up top, just up top there, I guess.
Yeah, take it up the house.
Righto, as we feared, 31 bales. Anyway, we've got Jeremy here from next door to our place. He's bought a brand new wrapper this year, a McHale Orbital. Twin satellite, I want to say. Does 2 rolls at once. And yeah, he's just going to wrap them all up for me and finish up this horror show. Jeremy's finished the wrapping, it's all over and done with. We'll go home, lick our wounds and keep going for another day. Thanks for watching.